Good morning. I'm going to have breakfast this morning with Leslie Blodgett, who is the CEO of Bare Essentials. She's in town and she's meeting with a bunch of beauty people. You guys probably know that I am hugely obsessed with Bare Essentials and Bare Minerals, which I've been using for 5 years. And I love it because it's the only foundation that will cover up all of my redness. So you can see I have redness here and like in the area around my nose. And down here, and it covers all that up, but it doesn't make me feel like I have paint on my face. And so I like it because it's very natural and it's very light, but it gives me the coverage that I need. Tinted moisturizers and liquid foundations just don't do it for me. So, as you can imagine, I am a huge fan of Leslie's, and I'm super excited to be having breakfast with her this morning. And as I was getting ready, I thought I should make a little video of this, doing a really quick tutorial on Bare Essentials, which I've done once or twice in passing with other videos. But people over the years have emailed me asking, how I do it, so I thought I would show you. I'm going to start with my Bare Minerals Foundation SPF 15 sunscreen in Fairly Light. So there you go, if you can see that. And then the favorite brush I use is the Handy Buki brush. I like it a lot because it gives extra coverage, and so it's buildable. And in general, I like to have kind of flawless looking skin, which is also why I don't go for tinted moisturizers. All right, here's what you do. You take the cap, and then you take the jar of minerals, and you tap it in, so that you have, let's see if you can see that, so you have some minerals in the cap. And then you take your brush and you swirl it around. At this point you guys probably, I would imagine know how to do it, but sometimes it's fun watching someone else put on makeup and you learn a few tricks. And then you, swirl, tap, buff, the old famous tagline. And then just rub it into your skin. And I like to do it in circular motions and really getting it going so it's working with the oils and just making the makeup, kind of lay nicely on the skin, almost blending it in. And I do this for a couple of minutes, just, massaging it in, and this really helps to blend it and make it look natural, make it look nice. For me, like, my biggest redness areas are in the T-zone, which are the areas where I'm more oily and I tend to have breakouts most often, especially on my chin, and then especially on my forehead, which you can see I have. It's actually pretty smooth. I don't have any zits or anything. It's just pigmentation, a very light skin, and when I have the pigmentation marks from the old breakouts, they show up really easily. They get very red, and I also have rosacea. And for those of you that have rosacea, you know that your skin turns red really easily. And for me, after I wash my face, or after I'm exercising, if I drink, if I have spicy foods, or if I'm nervous, my skin will just get really, really red and flushed, especially my nose. And then I'll get, just sort of a nice little mask of redness everywhere. And over the years, luckily, my rosacea has diminished. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it helps knowing how to take care of your skin and what works for it. And I found that for people that have really, really sensitive skin that's prone to redness and rosacea, the Cetaphil and the Purpose products are really great. And it's good because they're drugstore, so they're not very expensive. And in these trying economic times, every little cent helps. Okay, so there you go. I'm just, as you see, as I've been talking, obviously, I've just been buffing it in, and I like to do a nice little base with it everywhere, and put a little bit on my eyelids as well. Okay, and if you want, you can go back with the brush and the lid and, swirl it a couple extra times, and like I was saying, it's a buildable coverage, so you can do it over and over. But now that we have that done, what I like to do is to take the concealer brush, I was in the Bare Minerals infomercials that have been running apparently, like at all hours of the day and night. And when I was at the shoot last year, the makeup artist, it was this really super glamorous shoot up in the Hollywood Hills, like off of Mulholland Drive. And it was pretty cool watching the Bare Essentials makeup artist see how she used the Bare Minerals and how she used the brushes. She relied very heavily on the concealer brush, which, you know, I use to conceal and to hide the little imperfections, but she actually used it to give really, really full coverage everywhere. And so that's something that I've done occasionally if I'm going to be photographed and I want to make sure my makeup looks really, really, really good and really perfect, flawless skin. I'll take the concealer brush and we'll just kind of work it in. So same thing, you know, you take the concealer brush and you rub it in. Kind of take the brush, it has a lot of stuff on it. And then the areas that I like to get, you know, everyone has different problem areas, but for me, my areas are the area right around the nose, where I have the broken capillaries and the redness, and then I take the brush and I like to go over my nose. And then this area right here, sort of on the side of my eyes, and on the sides of my nose, where I have a little bit of redness, and then I get it up in here, and very lightly go over the eyelids, and then I do a little extra on the areas where there's redness, so down here with my old little zhut marks, underneath here just to set off my lips, a little bit more in this area where I have some redness, down there, and then just a tad under the eyes. Okay. All right, so there you go. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup now too, but I probably will not film that because I want to look super duper extra pretty today, and it's going to take a couple extra minutes, and I don't want this video to be too long. But there you go. That's, you know, the easy way to apply your To Bare Minerals, your very quick tutorial. I hope you enjoyed.